welcome back to the show. All right, big event happening this weekend at the Sheraton Music City. If you're a science fiction lover and Star Wars, my Lord, you need to be at the Sheraton Music City this weekend. Let's bring in Michael Havens, who is arranging all this. Michael, how are you, buddy?
Oh, I'm great, brother. We're almost there. How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing quite well.
Man.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. It's been a year since I saw you last.
I know, right? 4 a.m. and people were hitting each other with lightsabers. I remember.
This is much better. Much better. We got a bigger audience this time. All right,
we're even sitting down, brother. We're winning the day.
Right, you're the only guy interviewed who's like 3 times my size and height, so it's good to see you.
There you go.
Here on the,
you're getting tiny now, man. You've been working out or something? What's up?
I know. I've got my AC1 was in the triple level, so I've got a.
I thought I don't know. You went on one of those things where you're working out in the morning. You're like, I got to do this all the time. You know,
I can do a lot. Trust me, I can do a lot of things. All right, it's the okay. What's the exact title of the convention?
It's ICCCon. The reason why it's ICCC is because it originally grew out of a Facebook group for collecting Star Wars toys, the Imperial Commissary. So it actually stands for Imperial Commissary Collectors Convention, but we just call it ICCCon.
That makes a lot of sense right there with that. All right, last year was Michael, last year was fantastic. How can you top last year?
Well, it's actually going to be super duper easy, man, because we did that in the middle of a pandemic, and now Nashville is out of that stuff, so it's going to be a lot easier. We have a lot less restrictions as far as spacing and as far as the amount of people that can come in and out. So we've really blown it out this year, man. We brought in massive guest stars from overseas and stuff like that. We have the Emperor from all the Star Wars movies, Ian McDiarmid. We have C-3PO, so Anthony Daniels, the actual man in the suit in 9 Star Wars movies. We have Ashley Eckstein, Matt Lantner. These are all big names in Star Wars and other things. Matt Lantner, you might know him from Timeless or 90210. Or Star Wars. We have James Arnold Taylor, Johnny Test, tons of other actors and actresses that fly in for this show, and that brings in the people. And the people that come end up being wonderful cosplayers, high-level cosplayers, because we have cosplay contests, top-of-the-line video gamers, because we have video game contests. We have tattoos. We have Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering. We got a zoo coming, man. You ever heard of Cool Zoo? We're going to have an alligator or whatever. Yeah, they're coming out, man. It's just a wild show, dude. It's just a lot of fun. We keep it extremely family friendly, and we're trying to bring some major movie stars back to Nashville. I mean, if you think about it, nobody really does this anymore around here. Right. And I'm an old school nerd, man. I'm tired of flying to the coast. That's why I made it. I just wanted something awesome here in Nashville for the nerds.
I mean, we got on the screen now Anthony Daniels. I mean, he's going to be there, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, he's going to be there, which is completely insane. I mean, talk about an A-list celebrity. Not only has he been in the 9 Star Wars movies, but he's written books, audio books. He's done voiceovers. He's in like Lego video games from this, that, and the other. He's really something else. But yes, he is definitely coming out to Nashville.
I mean, this is a major. I mean, this is. I'm trying to figure and put in words just how important to have a guy like this to come to a convention like the one you're having. This is massive.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I mean, all the guest stars, I love guest stars, man. And I love guest stars that are kind to people, and all the guest stars that come are very, very wonderful. But Anthony Daniels, Ian McDiarmid, they are as A-list celebrity guest stars as you can possibly get, especially for sci-fi nerds. I mean, usually you get somebody that's been in 1 or 2 Star Wars movies, and that's an important guest star. But these guys have, between the two of them, been in like 20. You know, it's insane, man. And then the next 3 are super popular with the crowd, the younger crowd, because they're Ahsoka, Tano, Anakin Skywalker, and Obi-Wan Kenobi in all the Clone Wars shows and stuff like that. I'm sure you know the girl that plays Ahsoka, Ashley Eckstein. She owns her universe and also does a lot for Hot Topic stuff. I think she's got a warehouse for one of it because she's big time. But over here in Laverne, so somewhat local as well, even though she lives out in California.
I'm just going through this, Michael. I mean, there is so much, again, to wrap your mind around and to do and to see. I mean, last year, and you had people dressing up, you had merchandise, you had tables. I mean, I think my son and I spent 6 hours there, and I'm not kidding you.
That's wonderful. Yeah, no, man, that's what it's really about. There's so many wonderful things to see in every nook and cranny, and there's so many wonderful cosplayers, just as much as you know, I don't know. Some people, I personally, when I'm at the airport, if I'm stuck at the airport, I sit on an outside seat, and that way I could watch all the people go by. And that's something you can do here. And those people are dressed up as stormtroopers and Darth Vader and Pokemon and Transformers. It's wild, man. It's definitely a sight to behold.
I love it. All right, so if somebody wants to come this weekend, tickets will be available at the door, right? At the Sheraton Music City?
Absolutely. Sheraton Music City, 777 McGavick Pike, right in Nashville, Tennessee. And tickets are available at the door until they sell out. There's a few VIP tickets left. VIP gets you access all weekend, free food, drinks, super access to the guest stars, stuff like that. Regular admission until those sell out. To be honest, man, just from the numbers, I mean, we're coming off a pandemic year. We've been doing this since 2018, so it's nothing new. But we've been coming off a pandemic year, and the ticket sales are so massive compared to last year. And it's just because, you know, we're back open as Nashville. So don't wait too long. I definitely would suggest, if you want autographs from these guest stars, to purchase them first thing in the morning. If you're coming only Saturday, only Sunday, purchase the guest star, you know, go to the autograph booth, get the tickets first thing in the morning. Because if you wait till early afternoon, I would suspect that at least those top 5 guest stars will all be sold out. I mean, they have massive followings everywhere they go.
Now, Michael, I know you love all this. Do you have a favorite that you just are over the moon excited about?
For this year, man, to tell you the truth, well, I've been a Star Wars nerd my entire life. So the sheer fact that, I mean, Anthony Daniels is massive for everybody that loves Star Wars. I think it's number 2 on the list behind Darth Vader as far as most popular Star Wars characters of all time. But for me personally, it's the Emperor. I always like the bad guys. They always have the cooler vehicles. The Imperial Commissary is the name of the group. So for Ian McDiarmid to be coming, it's awesome. Also, I'm really stoked to see Julian Glover, man. You remember Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. He's the guy who chose poorly. So that's really cool. Besides the fact that he's been in Game of Thrones and Harry Potter and this, that, and the other, but I know him from my childhood being Walter Donovan and, you know, drinking out of the Grail and choosing wrong.
And
so
wait, hold on now. That guy's coming?
Oh yeah, dude. That's his name is Julian Glover in real life. He was also the Keeper of the Keys on Game of Thrones. He was also the Spider in Harry Potter. I mean, he's super popular. He's been in like everything. But he was Walter Donovan from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, you know.
Holy
cow. I told
cow.
you, Mr. Jones, not to trust anyone. That guy.
Holy cow.
Yeah, totally, man. And he's not even one of the ones I mentioned as the majors. Every single guest star that is here, if you have watched any pop culture things from the 70s through the 90s, no, even through today, because all the Clone Wars people, you're going to recognize who they are. Every single person that's coming to this. If you click on the guest star tab, you can scroll through a bunch of more guest stars. I think Anthony's just on the front page.
That is Michael. How long does it take you? Have you been working on this since last year's show ended, I guess?
Yeah, of course, man. Immediately. I was working on it before last year's show ended. I mean, I already had the venue rented for next year. I'd say a month before the show last year. And yeah, we built it all year long. I contracted Ian McDiarmid at 3 a.m. on the porch on Sunday of the convention of last year.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
In real life, I got a trucking company and art galleries, man. I just do this for fun, but I'm a workaholic, man. So I enjoy it. It keeps me busy.
Anybody who shows up at 4 o'clock in the morning to do TV with me is a special person. So
I'm always up anyway, man. I think that's when I wake up normally. I'm on your schedule, but I don't know why. I think the reason why is I have a lot of people in Australia and stuff I deal with, and they're up at that time, you know.
Man, what I'll click on this guest list real quick here and everything that goes. I mean, your website's you got everything you need right there. There he is.
Yeah, there he is. The Emperor. Well, he's gotten super popular because, you know, everybody knows C-3PO, but everybody knows the Emperor because in the prequels, he was without makeup or anything, and he was Chancellor Palpatine. So he's extremely easily recognizable by somebody walking by. Whereas C-3PO, if you're a Star Wars guy, you'll know C-3PO, you know Anthony Daniels. Anthony Daniels is super famous. Right. But he always wore a helmet and a body outfit, you know? So
get these.
You never really got to see it.
Have you ever met George Lucas?
I have not met George Lucas. I would love the opportunity though. So if he happens to be listening, George, give me a call.
just the idea of how many people he positively impacted by coming up with Star Wars is amazing.
Yeah, it's really great, man. And it's a great story that there you go, Julian Glover. But it's a great story that we can all hold to heart, man. It's just a story of a farm boy who didn't really count for much in the world, who came from the middle of nowhere, and we all know what that's like. And he grew up to not only change, but save the galaxy. I mean, it's a great story, man. And I'm really happy that all the times that we could have lived in this world, that we happen to be alive when Star Wars was happening. So
absolutely. And I love this. My Lord, I've reached the main power generator. The shield will be down in moments. You may start your landing. Wow, that is an iconic line.
Yeah, he's General Veers too, man. You know, what an actor. I mean, up in the top corner of that, you see where he's in the little, that was James Bond. He was the bad guy in a James Bond too. Like, he's done everything.
Oh, that's great. What day will he be there? All 3 days?
All 3 days. All the guest stars are there all 3 days. Friday is only VIP access. So only on Friday, essentially, you get an entire full running convention with all the vendor tables open, all the guest stars, and only 350 maximum attendees. So instead of you fighting for a spot in line with 10,000 people, you've got 350 human beings in a room in a giant full-scale con like you'd find on the coasts.
Michael, this is fantastic. We'll be out there this weekend. We'll talk to you then. We'll get some more things that are going on and promote you guys again. What a great thing for the city of Nashville you're doing, man. I cannot thank you enough for joining me on the show and for bringing all this to Nashville, man. Thank you.
Absolutely, brother. And I always appreciate it, and I love talking to you, and I do love the new show, and I can't wait to see you again, man. It's been too long.
It has. Michael, thank you. I'll see you this weekend.
All right, Joe. Have a great day.
All right, thank you. Michael Havens, and that you sell information right there.